Yeah, it looks like I was having some trouble getting the stream up, but I think it is working now. I hope it's working now. If anybody's in here, go ahead and say hi. Let me know if you're in here. And then I will start explaining what's been going on with my accounts. I got some good news, some bad news, some good news, some bad news. You know, like any other typical day. But if you have made it here, I do appreciate it. Hello, Sognet. Yes, I am well. Thank you so much for your wishes, and also thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hello, Kevin No FOMO. That's a new name, a new face. Happy to have you here. You know, we've had a saying over here. I forget who mentioned it first, but we talk about JOMO a lot, the joy of missing out. You know, sometimes it's used sarcastically, other times maybe in earnest. But yeah, I definitely understand not wanting to have FOMO. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still coughing from time to time. I don't have like constant sniffles, which is good. But definitely feeling better. Hello, Sruji. Sruji's talking about NQ. So let's take a quick look at the NASDAQ. I definitely made some money pre-market today in the NASDAQ. Catching this move to the downside. Ended up making 4,500 on this new combine today. So honestly, my thoughts are still overall bullish, but I would look for a longer retracement into these areas here. Maybe 21,545, maybe 21,563. But I would definitely wait for a larger move to the downside before buying. And, you know, a lot's going to happen hopefully in the next 5 minutes at the New York Open. Yeah, so, you know, what made me short that move? You know, I was watching it as it happened. We see this big move to the upside, and then, you know, we see this strong move to the downside. I had been in a long position in the NASDAQ, and it ended up wiping out one of my accounts. So I essentially bought a new account and reversed the position. And caught that move with 5 contracts and ended up making 4,500 on this brand new combine that I started today. Hello, avocados. Thank you. Yeah, the speed run is not over. I'm hoping to complete that today. You know, if I see a position, if I see an opportunity to make another trade in that speed run, hopefully I can finish that off today. Good morning, Two-Tone. Happy to have you here. But yeah, I'm definitely, I mean, you know, one thing you could consider in the NASDAQ, you know, this is a pretty aggressive trade. If you're buying somewhere around 21,608, you know, it's a pretty obvious level of support. You know, you could wait for 21,587. But for me personally, I am gonna be waiting for something, you know, closer to the cloud. Good morning, avocados. We got 3 minutes until the New York Open. will see what we can do. Anybody have any open positions? Anything that they're considering going into the open? Yeah. Absolutely. Those, I mean, you know, one of those things that I really like about the Asia and London sessions is that we typically see a range. And, you know, it's not that difficult to buy the range, you know, buy the bottom of the range, sell the top of the range. You know, if you have a bullish bias, you know, you could buy up down here all day long and catch some pretty great moves. Hello, Mike Sims. Happy to have you here. Yeah, glad you found the channel. It's a quirky little channel we got here, but it's definitely good times. It's fun for trading. Yeah, looking for a quick move to the upside, I would assume, during the open. Yeah, let's go ahead and watch this a little bit more closely. We have the New York Open in less than a minute. All right, it is 9:30. We are into the open. And we are moving to the downside, it looks like. You know, if we can get past 21,575, I could expect this to be an even larger move to the downside. And you know, it wouldn't surprise me if we go all the way down to 21,439. But yeah, looking to hopefully test the cloud and open a position. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm not going to be right back. I'm right here. Looks like we're going back to the upside. Hello, Vulcan. Good morning, Oliver. The whole gang's here, except for Dopamine. Yeah, I'm going to be patient with the NQ at the moment. Yeah, we might just be hanging out in this range too. While this is happening, I am going to I'm going to explain what happened in a few of my accounts over this past Thursday and Friday and today. So we will start with the good news. One thing is I have these two XFAs. This was one of the new XFAs that I had passed the combine last week, and I just started this new XFA. And on Friday, let me go here. On Friday, I had a really good day. Ended up with $3,400. So with that alone, I am going to Wednesday was such a good day for trading for the stream. We had a great Wednesday. Followed it up with a pretty good Thursday and Friday, or I can't think Friday. I don't even think I traded on Thursday. But yeah, Friday made $3,400 in this account, and now I'm just focusing on $200 days. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get a payout after Thursday of around $2,000. Here we have this other account, and I think okay, so we took one payout 2 weeks ago, right on Thanksgiving, essentially, and I took a payout of about $2,000, and right after taking the payout, the next day made $1,200, and we've been focusing on $200 days, and I got them all. So I'll be taking another payout tomorrow of $2,000, and that should make $4,000 for the month so far. So happy to see these payouts. Now some of the bad news. One of which is this account right here. I blew this account today. Now, I had just taken a payout from this account, and if I'm being honest, it's not the end of the world that I just blew this account today. Given, the trading wasn't there, the setups weren't there, I was trading way too aggressively. Sometimes you just kind of go on tilt, and I definitely did. So this account is blown. However, I'm not too upset about it. Why? Where do I see these figures? I'm not too upset about it because you can see that, I started this account with 10,000 on the first day, and I have taken 4 payouts from it. 5 payouts. That's well over 10,000 that I've taken out from this account, just from, paying $300 for it. So in the end, all's well that ends well. Goodbye to this account. This other account I blew on its very first day, and I'm not too happy about that. You can see right here on Friday. So that was $300 down the drain, but luckily I'm still making enough payouts. I still have more XFAs. So it's really not the end of the world. I will survive. As I've mentioned before, I'm definitely taking more money in than I am paying for combines and activating XFAs. So, like I said, all's well that ends well. This right here is our speed run account. So maybe I'll be looking to make that speed run trade on 15 contracts and see what's up. Maybe I can make a very quick trade and pass this account today. We will see. Only time will tell. I wouldn't mind buying somewhere closer to here for those 15 contracts. I have a new combine that I started today that I made 4,500 in. And like I said, I just started it today. I sold 5 contracts of NASDAQ on this move to the downside. I made a quick 4,500. So hopefully I can turn that into an XFA by the end of the week. If not, tomorrow or the next day. And then finally, I did want to open up a new combine and start fresh on the stream today, where I'm not, it doesn't have to be any sort of speed running 15 contracts. So I have this combine that I'm working on right now. Didn't start off too well, not the best trades in the world. Right now in this combine, I am long 4 contracts in gold and short 2 contracts in crude oil. So we will see how these things go. It would be lovely to get rid of that negative dollar sign. But things are going pretty well right now in that crude oil trade and in that gold trade. So if I just hold on to it a little bit longer, we can see a little bit bigger moves. Who knows? Anything can happen. But I think right now I'm gonna keep an eye on the NASDAQ and see if I can come away with a decent 15 contract trade. What about you guys? What positions do you have? Is anybody in an open position right now? I feel like usually one of you is trading like micro NASDAQ or some other micro account. Sognat is flat. Avocados is flat. Oliver, what are you trading, Oliver? New guy, what's his name? Kevin? Kevin No FOMO, you got any trades? Mo? Sroji? Sognat? Sognat already said flat. Mike Sims? Vulcan? Any open positions out there? Oliver is short the Dow. Interesting. Let's take a look at the Dow. Kevin's flat. Yeah, I mean, it depends on where your entry is on this Dow short. I mean, we're pretty obviously at, you know, a ranging level of support. You know, if we can break these areas, whew, that could be a big move to the downside. Waiting for entry on EQ. Do you mean ES? Watching Dow for a pullback. Yeah, I mean, you know, right here wouldn't be a bad level of support to buy into. right now, I'm kind of keeping an eye on this gold trade. And gold is at a level of resistance right now, and if it can break through, that could be a big move to the upside. The trade is going well so far. We got quite a ways to hit my profit target. And we can take a look at that. If I go here, and I go here. Lost 2 evals. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Vulcan. Maybe we can maybe we can trade the London session together sometime fairly soon. You know, I'm hoping to be streaming London sessions by mid to late January, assuming everything goes well with work. I'm in this long position on gold, 4 contracts, brand new combine I just started for today's stream, hoping to make back some of these losses plus a little more. Yeah, but we are definitely at a level of resistance. So if gold can break through and carry through, there's a lot of potential for a larger move to the upside. Yeah, I mean, you know, one reason, the trend is your friend. You know, we've been in a very bullish trend for a while. You know, we've been bouncing off of this level of support for a while. And then we very clearly broke through this resistance right here. You know, it doesn't mean that gold isn't going to turn around. It might turn around right here. But, you know, that's one reason. Two is, you know, if you take a look at the daily, the weekly, gold has been on a bullish tear for, you know, weeks and months and quite honestly years. So, you know, if you can get in at a good position, you know, gold's never really a bad option to take a long position. Kind of like the NASDAQ. See if we can break through these highs of the day. Making new highs of the day. Yeah, feeling halfway decent about this gold trade. This crude oil trade is working against me, but luckily crude oil is slow and I'm only in for 2 contracts rather than 4 in gold. Try and keep an eye on NASDAQ while this is happening. I don't think we have any news today. So no major data releases that we're looking for that might affect markets. You know, really just going to be patient today and look for some sort of sizable pullback in the NASDAQ to take long positions. Yeah, no news till Wednesday. Which might mean we're trading in a range in major markets. So be prepared to be trading in a range until CPI on Wednesday. I might. Yeah, I totally agree. Ranges can absolutely make it easier to pass combines. You know, I think that's just when you need to trade a little bit more aggressively. You know, if you're usually taking one contract on NQ, but it also means you really got to be patient. You got to wait for your right entries. All right, I'm getting out of this crude oil trade. It doesn't seem to be doing anything for me.
Order
Cut
filled.
the losses. All right, so what I'm going to do, even though this usually doesn't work out in my favor, I'm going to add a few contracts to this gold. We'll just do one at a time.
Order filled.
22.5, so that would mean I need 6. Is that 6.5? 7. Yep. When was the last time that Topstep gave me a free account? I don't even know. I mean, I caught a fire drill one time, months and months and months ago, on Topstep TV, but I honestly haven't even been paying attention to free accounts and emails and things like that for a long, long time. I have paid for all my combines. I've paid for all my XFAs. So, if you guys are lucky enough to be getting free accounts, by all means, take advantage of them. Let's see if gold can keep making new highs of the day. It's trying. And a new high of the day. Wish it was a bit stronger of a push than that, but we'll take it. Also, if anybody's interested in that fancy pants indicator, for anybody that's new, we talk about the fancy pants indicator sometimes. It's not incredibly fancy, but it is kind of cool. If anybody watches Trader Nick in here, this is a indicator that comes from Trader Nick's company, A1 Trading. He advertises it a lot. I do have permission to show it on stream. It is the Edge Finder Pro. So I do have access to the Edge Finder Pro. I bought the Black Friday version. Yeah, so this is what we're looking at on the Edge Finder Pro today. If you don't know about it, go ahead and check it out on A1 Trading. I'm not a sponsor by any means. You know, I paid for this with a sale. You know, I just like using it. We have bullish readings in Nikkei, Nasdaq, copper, some currency pairs, and Dow. S&P 500 is neutral. And this is just a fundamental analysis aggregate. It takes all the publicly released data that might play into your fundamental analysis decisions. You know, bearish readings, currency pairs, and I don't do Forex, so, you know, something to consider if you guys are interested in fundamental analysis. How do I find its accuracy? I think it's very accurate long term. You know, you can't look at one of the bullish reading scores and be like, oh, it's going to be bullish today or it's going to be bullish tomorrow. But, you know, over the long haul, you know, after, you know, a week or 2 weeks, you know, it tends to be very accurate, I would say. I mean, and it's, you know, if you take a look at some of the streams last week, or, you know, what Trader Nick has been saying, you know, NASDAQ had a very bullish score, had a little bit of a move to the downside, and then ripped to the upside for new all-time highs for like 3 days straight. And we had all-time highs earlier today. So, you know, fairly accurate, I would say. I'm gonna be patient in this gold trade. You know, one thing I could consider in this gold trade is just hopping out and, you know, taking back those losses and kind of starting over. But you know what? I want to be patient. I want to see if I can make a few extra dollars if I just hold on to this trade for a little while. And maybe even add in a contract or two. Gonna hit the lucky vape for a second. Cats. Oh, my cats are going crazy. We got mango ice today. Yeah, I know what you mean, Vulcan. I totally understand. I mean, you know, the good thing is I'm already 5 contracts in. So if I add 1 contract, it is, you know, less than a quarter of my total size. It would be 20% of my total size. So I would be following your rules. And if I do add, I want to add in a valuable position on a retracement that's like kind of happening right now. So I'll take one more. In for 6. And trying to take away 7. Yeah, it would be so much easier for me to follow that rule if I was trading micros. But also another reason, you know, to be aggressive, at least for me, you know, when I'm trading these combines, you know, starting with 3 or 4 contracts at a time. All right, we are at 10 a.m. Start of a new hour. Start of a new candle. Can we make higher highs over the next hour? Or do we rip to the downside? And I might go in for one more right
Order
here.
filled.
Lucky number 7. This trade's going to be for all of the biscuits. For this combine. Oh, wait. I need to be in for... No, that's right. Yeah, this is why I love having you guys in chat and giving me suggestions, helping me become a better trader. One thing I definitely need to work on is risk management. So, always happy to get the risk management suggestions. Yeah, micros just don't fit my personality. You know, I know there's a ton of traders and maybe some of you that, you know, are happy with $200 a day. You know, that's not me. Especially if I'm trading micros and I'm making $200, like, I would just get serious FOMO. And all I would think about is, God, if I just traded minis, that would have been $2,000. I'm gonna take a look at Dow. I know somebody said they were looking at Dow positions. Yeah, this might be a good opportunity to buy the Dow considering we are at support. I don't want to take anything away from this gold trade, so I'm not going to enter another position. But, you know, if I was flat right now, I would consider buying. I would consider. That doesn't mean I would do it for sure, but I would consider it. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I'm considering right now in actively managing this gold trade is, do I close out now and make back all of these losses, or do I hold on and try and make some profit along with it? At this point, this trend seems pretty strong. If we can break the highs of the day, you know, that's a new candle that sees higher highs. So it really might be a better idea to hold on, be patient, see if we can make some profits. Yeah, I mean, that was the plan, avocado. And I'm gonna try my best to stick to it. While this is happening, I do want to look at NQ. So like I said, I might take a long position for 15 contracts if the NQ moves down to these 21,580 levels. Yeah, Dow's not doing much. Dow seems indecisive. NQ is at a level of support. I would like to see it break through that level of support to these lower levels of support before taking a long entry. But man, I mean, God, if the NQ stays in this 15-point range, you know, it's less than 20 points. If NQ just stays in this 15-point range, that would be like the most tame and calm NQ day I have seen in forever. Let's take a look at gold on higher time frames and see what it looks like. All right, so that's a good sign. You know, we very, very clearly broke through the cloud here. We're trading on the top side of the cloud. So this is really, like, honestly, according to the 4 hour, this is kind of like a perfect buy entry. And let's take a look at the daily. The daily, we are just right in the middle of the cloud, so that's not very good for, you know, entering a trade. But at least it does kind of mean that price could go either way. And I'm not really seeing a ton of resistance on gold where we're at right now. So there's no reason to believe that, you know, this is where gold stops and makes a reversal. Other than anything could happen, and this could be the place where gold makes a reversal. And sometimes it's like watching paint dry. New highs, new highs. Alright, so this most recent candle officially has made new highs, higher highs. The bullish trend continues. Yeah, it wasn't that strong of a move, but I'll still at least take the higher highs. And we also have another 47 minutes until this candle closes. And while that's happening, we're going to go back to the NASDAQ and take a look at the NASDAQ. Yeah, again, we're looking for 2158, 21,583, 21,583 to take a long position in that speed run account. Yeah, I mean, that would probably be a good idea to move my stop to break even on gold. I mean, the only issue is it wouldn't surprise me if it, like, I don't even have a stop. I was planning on this to just be like a make or break trade. Yeah, I'll keep my stop where it is on gold for now, meaning non-existent. God, I mean, we're not that far away from my profit target. You know, the only thing that kind of scares me about gold right now is this 2,700 even number. You know, if you haven't figured it out yet, so many markets, you know, really like to test these very round, very even numbers. And that might be the case here. Oh, it almost makes me want to get out of this trade. We haven't hit that 2,700 number yet, but we could very well test it. And if we see a clean breakthrough, I would be feeling pretty good about this trade. There we go at 26,999. I mean, look, you can see how many orders they're looking for at 2,700 even. That was 103 just a second ago, but I guess they all just got filled. All right, so we hit that 2,700 even. And can buyers break through? Keep an eye on NASDAQ too. NASDAQ is getting closer to that 21,583 level. We're about 20 points away. I'm going to buy one more gold.
Order filled.
Bring that down a little bit. 21,703. Yeah, I would love to get that profit target to down below 2,700. So I might just keep scaling into this gold trade. NASDAQ pushing lower. Now, I do want to see some sort of confirmation on the NASDAQ that that's an area of support that is being confirmed before I make that trade. I don't just want to hop in as soon as that level is reached. Avocados wants the Dow to go back up. I mean, we do have a lot of time left in the day. Yeah, I'd say we're getting close to a pretty good entry to buy. I'd probably want to wait for something closer to 44,676 before buying. But that's just me. Oh, you want it to go back up and then down. Okay, so you're looking for short opportunities. For what it's worth, if we take a look at crude oil, crude oil has been on this very bullish run. Who knows if it's going to stop, but very interesting sell opportunity here. You would obviously want to wait for confirmation, but you know, we're approaching the top of the cloud. And we are approaching previous levels of resistance. Yeah, I know, right? This gold trade could really save my day. Well, I mean, the day is already won. Because I'm taking a payout. I'm making 2,000 into the bank after today. So, you know, today's a winner already. And plus I'm on the path towards another payout in my other XFA. You know, plus I have this other 4,500 day already in this new combine. So, it would be great to have 3 good combines and 2 good XFAs by the end of the day. What account is that? Right here. Yeah, as much as I do. So I want to get this below 2,700. I'm going to add in one more contract. Brought it down a little bit. $27.025. Oh, I would love to get that profit target to below this high of the day. Wow, I am in for 9 contracts on this long position in gold. This is another reason why I love and only trade 150K accounts. You can't scale in like this on 50K accounts, on 100K accounts, maybe 100K. I think 100K you might get 10 contracts. Oh, okay. NASDAQ looks like it's happening. So I'm going to watch the NASDAQ for a bit and change. This is the speed running account. I've only taken 1 trade in this account and it's been 15 contracts. I do want to see if we go lower here to this 21,573 level. All right, we are already there. And I want to see if this level is respected. And we might end up testing the cloud. Yeah, speed run maybe. Alright, so it's looking like it's a good thing so far that I didn't just hop right in. Maybe. All right. And oh. All right, I'm going to buy 15. Ooh, no, not after that move. Whew. God, that was close. That was real close. All right, so now I'm going to wait for the NQ to test the cloud. I mean, I could just go short and wait for a bigger move, but who knows when this is going to stop. Let's just keep following this. And I'd love to see the cloud tested here. But we do have a ways to go for the cloud to be tested. That's 21,490. So we might have to wait till a little bit later in the day to see that trade come to fruition. You know, or maybe we hit these levels around 12 and I take it right at the end of the stream. Or maybe I just lose all my patience and hop in way too early. Yeah, if we can get back down here, I might just hop in. This would be another all or nothing trade, in the sense that if I lose 4,500, you know, that's my max loss limit. That's the end of the account. Alright, let's see. We're coming back down. Just a little bit more. Got, what, 20 more points to go? Oof, while this has been happening, gold has been tearing to the downside. Hopefully that can correct itself while I'm waiting. Little bit more. Looking for 15 points before taking that position. Alright, this is good enough for me. Buying 15 contracts. Let's see what happens. Should have waited. Should have been a little bit more patient, but it still might all work out. Yeah, you don't be nervous, because that makes us doubly nervous. Oh, I gotta set a profit target. Put that right there. Yeah, NQ is rather nerve-wracking. Well, that's what I don't want to see. I do not want to see new lows of the day. Yeah, not feeling too great about this speed run, folks. It might not be too late to reverse positions. Green day for Walla. Happy to see some of us having a green day. Yeah, had a very good weekend. I hope you did too, Walla. Oh, there it goes.
Order filled.
All right. This speed run was not meant to be. I should have been more patient, you know? I should have waited for the cloud to test. That's on me. That one is on me. But hey, anything for the stream. And the best part about taking payouts is there's always another combine right around the corner. So while that's happening, let me figure out. Let me figure out how to reset that. Seven. On to the next one, LD. Hello, Elmir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you all are having a green day. You know, in the account that matters, the bank account, that's the day that I'm having a green day in. So I can take the losses on the chin. Oh, I do want to reset this account so I can kind of do another one of these. I'll leave that there. See, if I had just waited for that test of the cloud, things would be a little bit better. No thanks. 9447. We're gonna reset. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, I mean, you know, part of it is for the stream, part of it is for this crazy idea to have a speed run. You know, I don't suggest speed running to anybody. Yeah, I mean, really, I use one indicator. I use the Ichimoku cloud. It's this guy right here. Yeah, if I had just waited for something around here, this would have been such a better trade. Part of me wants to just go in here. I mean, this is exactly like almost the same area I was just in. Oh, and there it goes off without me. See, if it was one contract, I'd be sitting pretty. 15 though, not always the best idea. In fact, I would say rarely ever a good idea to go in for 15 contracts. Alright, let's see what's happening here. This is that gold trade. Yeah, just a little too early on that NASDAQ trade. Literally. I was too early by like 5 minutes. If I had waited just a few, not even 5 minutes. If I had waited like 2 or 3 more minutes, that would have been a very, very good trade. Oh, as much as I want to hop right back in and do it all over again, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to test this cloud yet again. And gold is just being all sorts of bipolar right now. What was that? Why did that just happen? And we're back. Let's watch the NASDAQ here. Yeah, I was talking about that 2700 level. You can see how we literally just bounced right off it. Zoom out on the 4-hour gold. I might already have a trend line there. Is that this trend line here? What do you mean here? No, you said the Halloween high. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely still more bullish on gold than I am bearish. except this looks like it wants to be a pretty large move. Yeah, if we just go like a few more ticks to the downside, this account is donezo. That's why you don't get in for 9 contracts. Yeah, sometimes, especially when I have big losers, like you see I already lost 2,500 in this account. You know, I kind of told myself that I would employ this rule where if I make the money back, I'm just going to cut out and just make the money back and not wait for any more profits. And that's a rule that I should absolutely start sticking to a little bit more. Cause we were up like 4,000 in this trade at one point.
Order filled.
And there goes that one. God, I'm such a better trader in the London and Asia sessions. But it is all right. All right, so we're moving here. Like I said, you know, I've taken out 4,000 in payouts this month. I still got 2 XFAs. The blown combines are paid for sure. Let's go back to the 1 hour. And while that's happening, 2405. All right, we're gonna make a few more stupid trades and go from there. All right, I'm gonna buy 15 of these NQs. Go for another speed run. Right about. Come on back down a little bit. Just a smidge. There's just so much risk involved. All right, here.
Order filled.
All right, in for 15. Going to 45. Right there. Start of a new speed run. I do feel a lot better about this entry point. Still not the best entry point in the world, but not horrible. Already not the fastest speed run in the world. God, the last time we made this trade, it finished in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. So can we beat 9 minutes and 30 seconds? This trade started at 10:49. So it's been 2 minutes. All right, see you, Walla. Yeah, if I'm making one trade per day, things are usually pretty good. Risk management is usually pretty good, and profits are typically pretty good too. Oi! Oi, Zoe, oi! There we go, rip into the downside, and there's the account. Okay, well, this is why you don't do that. This is absolutely why you don't do that. I think I will make one more trade today. Not a speed run. Absolutely not a speed run. Watch this. I'm going to make a smart trade. I'm going to buy one.
Order filled.
I just bought one contract of NQ. And this is a brand new combine. And I will set my profit target to right here. Now see, this trade follows my strategy to a T. You know, we're not exactly testing the cloud, but we're very, very, very close to the cloud. The cloud is ascending. Yeah, there's a lot of good things to like about this trade right now. I might scale in for a few more so I can get closer to that 4,500 profit that I'm looking for in a day. I mean, NQ is kind of being stubborn, but also, like, I'm just being impatient. If I had entered in for 15 contracts where I just did, that trade was done. That trade is taken care of. That would have been so quick. That would have been such a quick 4,500. If we come back down to this point of entry, I'm definitely going to enter in for one more contract. I'm going to put a stop right here. A little bit further down. Now, another thing, I was telling you about that crude oil trade or I mean, I didn't make the trade, but I was telling you that crude oil was testing this level of resistance, that it was testing the 1 hour cloud at the top of the cloud, and I mean, and it has just turned right around. If we come back down, like I said, I'm gonna buy in for one more. All right, I'm in for one more.
Order filled.
And I'm gonna buy a third.
Order filled.
Okay, I'll move this to here, and this will be my last trade of the day. Yeah, you know, if I'm just patient, if I wait to, you know, employ my strategy, things always just go so much better. Well, are you looking at the 1 minute again? Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be more room to the downside for sure. You know, we are at a level of support, which is good. And, you know, my strategy is pretty consistently based around the 1 hour cloud. Bigger time frames, okay, yeah. I mean, I do trust bigger time frames more than I trust smaller time frames, for sure. Oh, I can't wait to start streaming London and Asia sessions. But we needed a day like this after how good last Wednesday was. Alright, and I'm calling it now. I either have an hour left on stream or until this trade finishes. And if this trade were to finish before the next hour, hopefully to the upside, I would really enjoy that. Because I got some work to take care of. Yeah, the one thing that scares me about this chart right now is how thin the cloud is. Very, very thin cloud. Oh man, I called out that crude trade, and I didn't even take it, and it's looking so good. I was saying sell right here, and we've just gone down. Got on 2-3 contracts. That'd be pretty darn good trade. But back to NASDAQ. How do I see those numbers where bid and ask are? What do you mean? Like these profit numbers or these volume numbers or the bid and ask size? I will be streaming the London and Asia sessions by mid to late January. I'm only going to be able to do it for like a few weeks. I can't do it permanently because typically I'll have work, but I'm just going to have an extended vacation from work, so it'll give me the opportunity. Yeah, that is kind of just automatically there from Topstep X. They give you the bid and ask volume. Let's see if Walla's right. Buy
Order
3
filled.
more. Bring up the risk by a ton. And hope for the best. Alright, so we are in long 6 contracts in the NASDAQ right now. Probably shouldn't be going against this trend, because this trend seems strong. Yeah, we're just ripping to the downside. I don't really use the bid and ask side, to be honest. It doesn't really affect my decision making in trading. But it does just kind of give me an idea of what kind of volume is out there, and you know what the bias is for that kind of volume. Yeah, he's talking about the DOM. He's talking about this bid and ask size. You might be able to add it if you click settings. Maybe not there. You might be able to add it somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where you would. But I do think there would be a way where you can add it yourself. mean, I would think it's in DOM settings, but I don't see it. Oh, maybe you have, yeah, this one? Or hide join, but no. Yeah, maybe it's somewhere in there. Right now I have 2 XFAs. One XFA I'm taking a payout of $2,000 tomorrow, and the other one I am a few $200 days away from taking another payout of $2,000. Oh, I'm thinking about reversing positions here. It's probably not the best idea to reverse position. I'm thinking about it. This is already going very south. But yeah, you can see I have these 2 XFAs. This one, just had 5 days of plus $200. So, taking a payout, $2,000. And this one started off strong, took out 3,400 the first day, 200 today, 3 more days, and I will be taking another payout. And that will be, if I can get a payout of 2,000 from this account, that'll be 6,000 for the month. All right, well then, if we all think it's going to go lower, reversing position. And we will go 45, 8. Yeah, I think it was Walla calling that 50-point move to the downside. Good job on that one. All right, today's not my day. Today is certainly not my day. I'm going to walk away before anything else silly happens. You know, there was some good. There was some good. And in the accounts that matter, I'm taking a payout. So all of those blown combines you saw today were all paid for. Horrible risk management today. Horrible patience. Yeah, looking forward to coming back another day and, you know, kicking things off right, doing things a little better. So yeah, I have this account where I don't have to worry about speed runs. I'm just gonna trade it like I normally do. The speed runs didn't work out for me today, and then I'm working on payouts. So a fun streaming day. Not the best results, but those days definitely happen, and golly, I really have got to improve on my risk management, my patience. Yeah. You got stuck on the balance, no way close to 159. Yeah, I mean, it can become a pain in the butt. Honestly, no. I would say no. One, because you know, what you're paying for is the drawdown limit. And it's so much nicer to have those drawdown limits on the 150K accounts. The other thing is that it doesn't matter if it's 50K or 150K. You have to spend that $150 just to... You have to spend that $150 just to activate the XFA, regardless of the account size. So I would say stick with the 150K, because the last thing you want to do is blow up an XFA where you've spent, you know, $200 3 times on 3 different 50K accounts with very little drawdown. Yeah, every day is a learning process. Every day is a day to learn. So, you know, I'm not too upset with how things went. And like I said, you know, I'm taking payouts. All of these combines, all of these XFAs that get blown, you know, they're paid for, plus, you know, even more. You know, the amount I spend on combines and XFAs is way less than the payouts I'm taking. So days like these will happen, and yeah, it's still great to be here with you all, and you guys are so positive, so I really appreciate it. I am gonna head off the stream a little early today just because I have so much work to do. Next week my work is going to slow down a lot, so I won't have to worry about that, but this week is kind of like crunch time. What is the fancy pants indicator saying for NASDAQ? It is saying bullish. It does say bullish. So, you know, who knows if it goes on a bullish trend today, tomorrow, but it does say bullish, so that is something to consider. But thank you all for coming. I do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow, so you can catch me around the same time tomorrow, and hopefully with some good news in some of these accounts from the London and Asia sessions. At the very least, there's a payout coming my way, so it is a good day. It is a good day. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys are making money. You know, don't trade 15 contracts at a time. Be patient. Looking forward to a fresh start tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I'm out of here. Later, skaters.